Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another edition of the Walker Roundtable. We're going to get right into the activity of the night or the topic of tonight. Bear, hit me with it. What's the topic?
So the topic of tonight is when did you realize you were no longer young?
And the situations
That's good.
around it. Yeah, okay. All right, all right. So, again, welcome to the Walker Roundtable. We're going to be talking about age. I'm RJ. And who else do we have here? We have Book, Bear, and Scoosh. Scoosh, why don't you introduce yourself?
I'm Jeff Walker Sr., Papa J.
I'm Jeffrey Jr., Bobby.
And I'm Justin.
All
That's
right.
good.
Pop, when did you realize that you weren't young anymore?
When I started having you guys,
Day one.
day
Yep.
one, I had to be, how old was I when you were born, Bobby? Let's see. Let's see. I had to
25,
be
I think.
25.
Yep.
Yeah, at that time, I realized that, oh, when I brought you home, the responsibility of having a son was bestowed on me. And so at that point, the things that I probably did when I was younger, without kids, without a wife, all that kind of stuff kind of went out the window. And I had to start thinking long term,
hmm
how am I going to raise this child, financially, all 9 yards. I had to realize that I was in a different situation altogether. And it was a responsibility. And, having a baby that was you were kind of sickly. You were sick in the beginning, and that taxed us to get you to the hospital and get you, treatment and things like that for things that were, you know, some things were common like colds and, severe colds and stuff like that. But, traveling to the doctor's office, getting that personal relationship with a doctor, all of those things I had to realize, and
hmm
being in a new home. We were, when you were born, we just, or that we moved into that house. Yeah, you were born, but we moved into that house when Ryan was born. So all of those things, now having a home to take care of, a house, a couple kids, and things like that, bills started piling up as they normally do in a household. Those things kind of give you that perspective of, how things were when you were young and you didn't have that responsibility. Because
hmm
when I was in college, only thing I had to worry about is going to class and playing ball, and that was it. We had no bills, we had no responsibility as far as family, we had none of that. And so those years, I can say, those were my young years, and I realized that I couldn't be in that space anymore right when I started having kids and started raising a family. So I guess that's for it for me. That's where I can probably draw that timeline, that line in the sand, because once I stepped over it, I couldn't go back.
Well, I mean, you could have, but I'm glad you didn't.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I didn't want to because now Ryan comes along and then Justin comes along
hmm
and that just made it complete for me. I had three sons and I was immortal at that point. You couldn't tell me nothing. I had three boys. Nobody could tell me anything. Nothing. I, I would go places. Those are the Walker boys. They belong to him.
Yeah.
They couldn't tell me anything. So, now that I'm in my later years, I can look back on all of that and, those lessons, I guess, that I can pass on to you guys as far as coming up and being young, and you'll realize some things as your children get older. I can pass those lessons along to you. So, that's my perspective. So,
That's good.
all right. So,
That's good.
other
Justin, you
things.
want to go now?
Me? Yeah. I mean, even though I still consider myself a young, handsome brother,
Baby
um,
boy,
Young
you know,
whippersnapper. All right.
young whippersnapper, young
wet
thundercat.
behind the ears.
Yeah.
But I would say that that feeling of being young kind of left me, I want to say around 24. Um, because at that age, that's when I stopped caring about like partying and like going out to clubs and things like that.
When you start to
Um,
mature.
I mean, because like that's like a year out of college, and like you know, me and Quentin and a couple of our friends would go out to bars and everything like that, and like, and to me, the allure just wasn't there anymore. I mean, because at that point, partying would felt different. You know, everybody was on their phones, and if you go out to a club now, I haven't been. I mean, it's been a while since I've been out to a club, maybe like last year or something. Like, I may go to a club like maybe once or twice a year, like when I hang out with Quentin or something. But it's one of those things where I just stopped caring about the party element of life, where it's like I gotta go out, I gotta be in the mix, I gotta be in the scene, and like that urge like kind of left me when I left college, and like 24, I like remember I was like, this don't feel as fun as it used to.
Start getting
Um,
old after a while, huh?
yeah, it started getting old after a while, and it's like, I don't even drink, and so I'm like, I'm not. It's this isn't the environment that I'm trying to be in, consistently.
Hmm.
And so it just became one of those things where it just became old and tired, and like I was like, and then after a while, you get your job going, you get your career started, you got more responsibilities. You know, you have things on your plate that that replace all of those other things that you thought about when you were younger. And so like now, instead of going out, I'm thinking about work. I'm thinking about deadlines. I'm thinking about trainings I have to complete. I'm thinking about business ideas that I want to, come to fruition. I'm thinking about things that are, you know, more mature and more my age. And, I'm thinking about, retirement, early retirement at some point. I'm not thinking about, oh, I gotta be socializing every single weekend. That's just not where I'm at with it. At 36, like at 36, I still feel, I don't feel like an old man, but at the same time, I recognize what my age is, and I recognize that, I'm trying to move like a grown man, not an old man, but a grown man. And it's like, but I'm not a kid no more. And so like I recognize that, you know, as a kid, you know, I, one thing I hate to see is that like older people that try to stay young, and it looks kind of sad on them. The kid or the dudes that be in their like late 40s and 50s still trying to dress like teenagers. Like I never wanted to be looking like that, because like dudes like that still think they cool. And to me
You don't
like
think you feel cool, Justin?
I mean, like to me, mentally, like I feel sorry for that person, because like mentally, they're still locked in high school. I mean,
Mm.
like, because like if you look at a dude like I ain't trying to put him on blast or something, like a dude like who's like like I'll put like the dudes like Cameron, or the dudes from Dipset. If you look at how they dress, like they still dress like they did 20 years ago.
Hey
They
man,
still.
I give it to Jim Jones though, man. He fly. Like he got.
I
I
mean, I
like his
mean,
fashion.
I mean, yeah, they
Jim
fly,
Jones is he. I
but
like the way
but
he be putting it together. I ain't gonna
But
even front.
Jim Jones has a completely gray beard, and it's like the dude looks like he could be like a 45-year-old college student. And it's like that's how he looks like. And it's like I don't want to get to that point where it's like you forcing it. You trying to look young when I'm like, look your age, act your age. Don't try to fit in with the cool crowd, because like or the young crowd, because you just look out of place in my opinion. And so I'm like, just get in where you fit in. Don't try to act like, you young when you not. And so like that's my whole thing. It's like just stay in your lane. Don't be trying to be something that you're not.
That's
And
good.
so that's my opinion. So, Bobby, when did you feel like, you didn't feel young anymore?
That never happened. because I still feel young.
I mean, yeah, because
It
like
won't ever happen. But
I feel like you feel honestly like when I look at you, Bobby, I mean, like, because I think your kids, especially you and Ryan, like, because I think your kids probably help you stay young because y'all do a lot of like young stuff for the kids,
mhm.
and so like I think that probably helps it, right?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It helps. So I don't think that I'll ever get to the point where I feel like I'm old. I think that there are reminders every day and every week that I'm getting more mature. I'm getting a little bit older
Put it
and
in another way, more experienced.
more
You know,
experience.
More
Right.
experience.
middle age,
Right.
perhaps.
Oh
Because
man.
I never feel old. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Especially, you know, in my mind, my body, the way I take care of myself, you know, I'm working it out. I'm doing all that kind of stuff to make sure that, those aches and pains, if you get up in the morning, and you're kind of like stumbling out of bed, I don't do that. I make sure that, I'm up and moving all the time and maintaining a good health regimen. That kind of stuff keeps me young. I can still play ball.
Okay.
Go ahead, Bobby.
We have to take you out there on the court and
Oh
see
yeah, I
Try-
can still,
I've been trying
got
to
I
get him
can
out there
still
for
do
a minute. I mean, what's up,
it.
Pop? What
still
up?
can play.
What? I didn't hear that.
Hey,
What?
I said I've been trying to
hey,
get you out there for a minute. What's up?
hey,
Where do you want to go?
Mary Jo Beckham got free course,
Let's
right?
go
Where you
this
want to go?
week.
Where you want
This
to
week.
go?
This week.
This week? It's always gonna be okay. I'm gonna hold
Yeah,
you to
y'all
that
just
now.
make sure you stretch before you go, please.
Who me?
Yeah.
Both of y'all.
Yeah, you.
Yeah. Last time I got out there,
Both of
boy,
y'all.
I
Yeah.
dribbled
All
the
right.
first thing, and anyway, go ahead.
All right. So I got a list of instances, right, where it's like, I'm not, I guess I'm not as young as I used to be. They're
Mm.
fleeting, but they do happen. One is I can't go to a movie theater and stay awake for the whole movie. Sometimes I fall asleep in the middle of the opening credits, and then I will stay asleep probably half until halfway through the movie.
It's
And
the chairs. The chairs
it's
are
the
too
chairs,
comfortable.
It's the
it's the air
AC.
conditioning, it's all of that.
It's just it's too
Mm.
perfect. I wish I had that environment here when I went to bed.
But you know what I think it is? It might be because that is one of the few times where I feel like I can just relax completely.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that might be another sign that I'm starting to get a little older that I can't, that there are certain times, limited amount, where I feel completely relaxed. And that's one of those times, one of those places where I do. So falling asleep at the movies all the time. And I used to joke with mama messing with her because she can't stay up for a movie to save her life. And so for so many years, I would not complain. I would mess with her about that. And I'm the same way. So I guess I'm turning into my mama in that type of way. Um, Another thing that so I get a little bit, and Justin mentioned this too before, different episode, but I will notice how the kids nowadays. Oh, and that's another thing is that I refer to them as the kids, but how the kids nowadays they dress and everything is so baggy, and I want to say something about it, but then I start thinking, and Layla will remind me every single time when I say like that sweatshirt is too big on you. It's too, oh, daddy, didn't you sag your pants back when you was young, and then y'all have baggy stuff. And I remember when we did.
Oh
You know,
man, it
we
was
heard
terrible.
daddy say, mama say, pull your pants up, all of that, right?
Terrible
So
back then. It's
it's
terrible.
like that old, yeah, those old styles and all of that is coming back. And
I had
I'm
to get on one
feeling
of my
about it.
students too.
Yeah, I feel about those styles now as an adult the same way that the adults back then felt. Like, wear clothes that fit. All right. So,
Nah, I had to get on my student the other day. Like I had to ask them, like, is this 90 degrees? I had to ask them both. I'm like, why are y'all both wearing hoodies and sweatpants and it's
Thank
90
you.
degrees
What
outside?
what did they say? Because I'm so tired of it. We in Texas. What's going on?
They could not give me a straight answer other than it's
Ridiculous.
comfortable. And I'm like, dude,
Yeah,
ain't
yeah,
you
they think it's
hot?
comfortable.
I'm
That's, I
like,
think, the style. Though,
Why not get a dry fit jogging suit? You know, I mean, we're
no,
at least.
because you don't go to sleep. You're not in your house comfortable in a dry fit. What
I
you
s-
you
you
in
can
your
get,
house with a hoodie, and
but
that's kind of why they want to be
Exactly.
comfortable that way outside.
yeah,
I
you get what
saw a
I'm saying though.
dude.
Like you got dry fit jogging suits. I mean, they got Fabletics, Nike. They have the whole thing for places like that are hot weather, like here.
No, I saw a dude today, 90 degrees outside. He had a hoodie and a skull cap on.
That
Uh,
his
The
head was hot,
skull is 90 degrees
Sweat.
outside.
a
right?
hoodie and a skull cap.
I don't,
I
I
cannot
try to
explain it.
figure it out. I think those trends come from like, like Seattle, Washington, Portland, Oregon, like like the YouTube kids groups that are in these colder weather places, and that's all they wear. And then and then these southern states and places that are warm, these kids adopt it. It just, I don't know.
You know, another thing that makes me think about, that I'm getting a little older is like all of my favorite athletes are
Hmm.
retired now,
Hmm.
right? Folks that I grew up, well, except for LeBron, who is carrying the Lakers right now, but
He needs to come and
everybody
join
else is
us.
retired, huh?
He needs to come and join us, though.
No, he'll keep
He
after he
go-
win another championship with the Lakers, then he can go ahead and join and
He's
No,
gonna
join
I'm
y'all.
talking. I'm talking about he needs to cut
Oh,
that
cut the hair down?
man. He
he
just
keeping it together with the
come
do
join
rag.
us, man. It feels so nice,
He
to
be
be
wearing the
so
do rag
clean.
with it too. Be putting the Dax Waving Groom Sport Wave on the top of it. Cut it together.
I saw him with a do rag on the other day. I said, "What for? What's up, man?
Let
Come on,
let him
LeBron.
come on, let him keep the
You gotta
waves on his
He,
head.
he gotta keep the waves tight.
Keep the waves tight. You
keep
know,
the scalp tight. He got that pack of hot dogs in the back of his neck.
Keep the scalp tight.
Hey, come on, man. He needs to join us.
I need to stop hating on that scalp. All right,
Yeah. Anyway, that's what
nutri
Charles said.
nut nutrition labels. I read the labels now at a grocery store. I ain't never used
Hmm.
to do that when I was younger. I never cared. I could eat everything that I want to. That's another thing that's like a sign of getting a little bit older. I can't eat everything that I used to eat.
Oh
Right?
yeah,
Justin still eat Flaming Hots.
no, I
I eat that
don't.
stuff no
I haven't eaten a bag of Flaming Hots in years. I'll eat Flaming Hot popcorn, but I have
more. Oh,
not eaten a
that don't
bag.
count.
I haven't eaten a bag of Flaming Hot Cheetos. Like that was like my go-to snack, and like Grandpa got me hooked on Flaming Hots. That's like Grandpa bought me my first bag of Flaming Hot Cheetos,
Really?
and yeah, when I was a kid, like I remember it too. Like me and him were somewhere, and like he bought them at a gas station. Like, here, boy, eat some of these. I'm like, all right. I'm like, ever since then,
You'll be up all night.
I like this.
That
That's
sound
on that crap.
that sounds
You
just
know,
like him.
that's what I'm like. But
Anyway,
like
here you
now,
go. Get these chips and
after,
shut up.
yeah, like,
I know
it'll,
I know what you feel like, Bob. You can't eat everything, man. I had a pickle the other day. I had heartburn all night. A
God,
pickle.
mm,
Come
dog.
on, man.
No.
From a pickle, a
mm-mm.
hot pickle, or
Ugh,
just a regular pickle?
thought I was having a heart attack.
God,
Anyway,
dog.
Yeah, and you were the one that I remember you told us to eat pickles to prevent cramps from
yeah,
playing sports, right?
salt. Yeah, the
Water
salt
retention.
put
Yeah,
back in your system. Yeah, which
yeah.
I needed the other day. Since I'm look at that. Look at that. That's all my OnlyFans.
Yeah, go ahead and drop the link.
Yeah, come
Oh,
on.
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
How do you do it? You can catch the link up there.
Catch the link in the bio below. Click.
Uh-uh,
Uh,
uh-uh. Um, all right, so maybe I'll start with this last one. I think that
Mm.
I started to notice that I was a little bit older because I now realize that I give more, at least the same amount, if not more, life advice than I
Mm,
receive.
mm,
So um, I think that just comes with having living through experiences, learning from those experiences, wanting people to learn from your mistakes and the things that you've gone through instead of going through it and learning it the hard way like you did. So I think that as I get older, I notice that I'm trying to help people with experiences that I've had more than seeking as much as I think I used to. All right, so I think that's probably I'll end on that one.
I'm gonna add something to that though. When you get older, your patience run out faster. You have little tolerance for things, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but your patience run out, and things like, and Justin can attest to this. I think this was yesterday. Guy comes knocking at the door.
mm,
Clearly there's a sign out there that says no solicitors of any kind, absolutely none. He's knocking on the door and he says, I'm not here to sell you anything, but I'm from a pest control company. He says, "Can I ask you for a favor?" I says, "What is it?" He says, "Can I have a glass of water?"
Oh.
I says, "No, go away." And he kept hound dogging me. I said, "No, go away." And I just shut the curtain. I have no patience, just little or none.
You probably value your time a lot more.
Yeah, and
The
that's what
time.
I think I attribute it to is that, when you get older, you value your time. You look at things that are on your plate and what's in front of you, and you value that time because you have such limited time. Especially you guys with the girls and Justin with your teaching. Your time is valuable, even if you want to take a nap. You don't want nobody interrupting that. So I think as you get older, sometimes your patience wears thin.
Well, and you realize that, like you said, that you at some point you realize that you don't have forever
Hmm.
to do whatever it is that you want to do in your life, whoever it is that you want to impact. And so I think that goes hand in hand with your patience in certain situations not being as long as maybe it used to be, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Can't
tell you.
you don't want to deal with no mess. Just go ahead and if you got
Yeah.
to deal with that, I'd rather not. And then go and do what you got to do.
Yeah. Especially when when I train people, to do a certain task when I was working. It's like, oh, I have no patience for this. Where's my supervisor? You know, because I have no patience. It's like, you should know this. Or am I taking the wrong approach? I probably was taking the wrong approach because my patience was running thin. So,
mm,
anyway.
Well, having kids helps you maintain it longer, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Having Layla and Soraya
Yeah.
around me, man, believe me, I got patience for a lot of stuff. Unlike Ryan, when he came over here the other day and Soraya wanted to leave early, or he wanted to leave a little bit early, and
Oh,
Soraya had this little toy. His patience was thin. And I
oh.
patted her on the butt. You know what she did? She had a little toy in her hand. I just patted her on the butt. She said, "Ah," and it drops and it hits the
Dramatic.
floor.
Into a million
It
pieces.
fell
And
apart.
I had to get home
She
because
did it twice.
I had to do something. I'm like, let's go,
Oh
baby.
my
It's time. And
God.
she dropped it
She didn't drop it.
and it
She
went
purposely let it
yeah,
drop.
yeah, yeah. She dropped it on purpose and it was
In
like
slow
slow
motion
motion.
too. Yeah.
And I was like, I think I was like tired. I was running on fumes. And I
You
had to
gotta
get
stay
home. I
another
had to get home
15
to get
minutes.
like a homework project in for school or something. And I'm like, you know, when you see something go in slow motion, I was just like, I just sat there and looked. I said, all right.
Yeah, she stalls. She don't
I
want to
just
leave.
sat there and looked. And I was like, all right,
She don't want to leave me.
just pick
She
it
don't
up.
That's what it
want to
Time
was.
to
You don't
go.
want to leave me. You
That's
know,
what it
uh,
was.
Papa J's gonna give me some ice cream. It's something about them two girls. It's just like, they don't want to leave me. But anyway, that's another story for another day. You know.
Yeah, we'll do an episode just on them. We got a whole
Oh
lot of
yeah.
good stuff to talk about with them.
Mhm.
Ryan, what you got?
Well, I think it's similar, right? So I think that there's like a mindset and spiritual aspect of it first. I don't feel I feel younger, right? Than I used to. And when I say younger, I mean, first you have adolescence and like you can eat any, your teenage years and you become grown and you're 18, 19, you kind of hit that Superman sort of peak with your body, right? And you can just have all the energy in the world, get no sleep, drink, drink all the crap, eat all the crap, and then that'll be that. But um in my 20s, I mean, I think being in Houston and the nightlife here, all that partying and getting my feet wet and stuff like that. It just, I think you, you realize how unhealthy you were eating and how, like how unhealthy you were just kind of treating your body with the amount of time, like time and effort that you were just putting in the partying and just kind of hanging out, in early 20s, like a lot of folks, right? Um, but I think for me, it puts it into perspective. Like now that, I mean, I guess for all intents and purposes, getting close. I mean, I guess what you consider middle age, right? They from a technical perspective, you're middle age right now. And I think I had to get organized, and I started realizing I was getting older. Like the quickest thing was like my energy level, right? So I had to be very aware of like how many hours of sleep, caffeine. Like I needed to consume caffeine, right? So I could stay awake on the days that I couldn't sleep regular hours. Um, and um, I think to Daddy's point, I think that, as I've gotten older, and well, and yours too, Bobby, as I've gotten older, I've been blessed to become a father, and, I'm noticing that, I'm looked at, whether good, bad, or different, but being a blessing to a lot of people, being a source of wisdom for a lot of people, being impactful to a lot of people. Starting with my daughter, my immediate extended family, friends, work, people look to me for advice and for counsel, and to figure out things and problem solve. So I think that like I've become, my awareness and comprehensiveness as a man has come full circle. And I'm not just looking out for. I don't think that my life is just for me, right? I think God told me a lot of different things in my testimony before when I had my encounter with him, that my life is more of a sacrifice for his purpose, right? And that's to be impactful for those that I'm a blessing to. So I started to realize that, and now that I've gotten older, along with the technical age, I'm almost 40, not quite, right? I got one more year. But I'm starting to get a lot of gray hairs, right? So I still feel young, but I'm looking like Richard Gere on top. Not down here, just, it's salt and pepper all in here now. Not real bad, but it's starting to remind me. And then, I think the other thing too, like the other technical aspects, last year I had my 20th reunion for high school, right? My 20th reunion for graduation for high school. I'm like, dang, it's been 20 years already, right? The time goes by. So I think now it's just, I don't think that it's a situation where I think I'm not young anymore. I think I'll always be young. I'll always be vibrant. I try my best to take care of my mind, body, and spirit. But the fact of life is that time is unfair. That's the one thing that is a, resource that's unexpendable that God created. That's unforgiving is time, and we are getting older, right? So as each year passes and more gray hairs come up on my head, I find out more, I grow wiser in Christ, and I do things at a level that can keep me feeling young, right? My body young, my spirit young, my soul young. So as I get older, I get younger. So I think that it's a beauty and a synchrony between the two that you want to keep. Um,
Come
so
on into
yeah,
the 40s, Ryan. The
what you say?
water's fine. I said, come on into the 40s. It's all right.
I got one more year, brother. Let's not rush it.
You're getting
So
close.
you beat me. You beat me. I mean, but you have the privilege of being the oldest brother, so you beat me there. I can be the middle one, and I can be the one kind of in the middle, right behind you, seeing which way to go, and I can help steer
Yeah,
baby face
Justin will be
there.
here soon too.
Hey man, don't put that on me. I got at least half a decade before that
Man, you know,
happens.
Half a decade.
it don't matter. I think
You
Justin will
sound
I knew
always
old.
somebody's gonna try to make me feel old.
Justin will
Hey
always
man.
look 10. He still looks like he's
Nigga said
18.
5 years.
He still looks 18 right now. I think he'll always
Mhm.
look 10. Beard, no mustache.
Hey, I think that's what it is. There's no mustache. That's all
Hey
right.
You,
brother.
I have a 50-year high school reunion coming up in May.
Wow.
Mhm.
May, 50 years. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I got a notification and email the other day, and it's 50 years. It's going to be held at the Wisconsin Club, which was on Good Hope. It was the golf club. I think Bobby worked there at one time, didn't
No,
you?
you know, I wanted to work there. I didn't though.
Yeah, the golf club. Yeah, the golf club. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's
By
going to be
Noah's Park? That that golf course?
um,
Is that
no, no, this is further down on Good Hope.
okay?
What was
Past Eline Field, past the polo
Oh,
field.
it's past the soccer field.
Yeah, it's the golf club, if you're going toward east, it's going to the left there. Yeah, it's the golf course or golf club. It was an exclusive club for a while.
Hmm.
And yeah, so
Yeah,
50
50
years,
years?
man, that's crazy.
It don't
That's
seem like
crazy.
that long, huh?
Nope. It doesn't seem that long at all because I look on the old school ballers out of Milwaukee and I see a lot of the guys that I played basketball with, and it's like, holy cow, it's been 50 years since I played basketball in high school.
Hmm.
46 years when I was in college. So, I mean, that reunion is coming past a couple times, but I still get it. We're gonna play, Ryan. We're gonna play. We're gonna go.
right? Okay.
Yeah, and I got next. I play the winner.
I was just shooting the ball around yesterday for the first time in a little
All
bit.
right.
Still,
Man, like you said,
Daddy know
stretch it
how
out.
Daddy know how good I can shoot still, so I showed him last time I was there.
Yeah, yeah. But that was at main event. That wasn't on the
I
floor.
wasn't shooting on a little baby hoop. Don't try. Hey, let's get it straight. I was shooting on a regulation.
Okay.
Little baby
Hey,
hoop. Come on now.
hey, I got the baddest fake in the league, man. Come on.
Uh,
I'm talking like your Uncle Fred now.
no, yeah, yeah.
I can't
That
talk
mean,
like that. Mine was for real.
oh god. And with that, it's time to go.
Yeah, I know.
It's time to go. Thanks everybody for tuning in to another episode of the Walker Roundtable. Please like and comment and share and come back for the next one. God bless.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.